Hello and welcome to my channel, Healing with Hope and Encouragement. Today, I want to talk about falling. Falling to the floor after an injury and what happened during my stroke survival. And of course, watch to the end because I always leave an encouragement. After all, this is called Healing with Hope and Encouragement. And so on this channel, I talk about things that happened during my recovery, during my rehab period, and lessons that I've learned from them. And I always leave a note of encouragement for people who are suffering or taking care of someone else who's going through the recovery process. So if you like it, share it with someone. You can also subscribe and give me the thumbs up to say that you like, and you can leave a comment or a question, and I'll be sure to answer that for you. So during stroke rehab and most rehab programs, they are intense. And when I say intense, you have all kinds of therapies. You have physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy, recreational therapy, music therapy, all kinds of therapy, neuropsych therapy, where they help you in your entire recovery process to get back into the environment within the confines of the injury that you have. And so one of the things that they stress a lot is to be safe. Now, you are impaired physically, so that you have a high propensity to fall. High, extremely, because you're weak and you have to do the required exercises and homework and everything, but you're still at risk for falling, and they will decide whether you're a high fall risk, medium risk, or a low risk for falling. But in any case, you're at risk for falling, and their major goal is to get you back functional. For those who can't walk, they want to get you back walking, or if you can't walk, they want to get you functional where you are. However, they want to keep you safe as well. So, and the reason why is because who wants to fall? If you fall, you can have another injury, this time a fracture. I know someone who actually went in, she had a stroke, which was not bad. She was in a rehab for a few days, and she misinterpreted her strength and thought she could do the things on her own to go to the bathroom. And she fell, but she ended up with the worst injuries because she ended up breaking a hip and a shoulder. So now you have a stroke, a broken hip, and a broken shoulder. Not good. And so because of the risk of injuries, they're very big when you go into rehabs or when you have an injury to make sure you know about fall prevention, which is how you can prevent falling, because it's easy to fall when you're not in your original state. And so the risk of injury is great, even more when you are on things like blood thinners, because if you're on a blood thinner, it means it's making your blood thinner, so you have a higher bleeding. So then now if you fall, then you can bleed anywhere in your body, because the blood thinner is not just working on one spot of your body, it's working through your entire system, your entire blood vessels. So it's important. Fall prevention during rehab is extremely important. Also, if you fall, you'll be embarrassed, and then it also helps you to lose confidence in yourself, lose confidence in your strength and your abilities. So it is important that people learn to prevent falling at home when you have less staff to help you, and now you have your family who may not be medical or may not understand the level or the details of your injury. You need all kind of devices to help you. You don't have the fancy ones that they have in the hospitals and in the rehab setting. So you're at high risk now to fall at home if you're not safe. And so in rehab, you find that the workers are skilled. Like, they have proper body mechanics. They have all kinds of gadgets that they use. They have lightning fast reflexes. I remember one day I had two therapists working with me. I'm trying to learn to kneel again, to gain my body strength. And it was so hard. And with lightning fast reflexes, they grab me. I always have a gait belt on. They grab that belt because guess what? You are not falling on my watch. So they're very good when they're the healthcare workers to prevent you from falling, or they'll put some alarms on your bed that will remind you that, oh, you're not supposed to get up without getting help. So if you try, you'll hear that alarm go off and you're like, okay, let me wait. Let me get some help. But they're so good in healthcare about taking care to prevent fall. But when you go home, you have to be good. You have to make sure your environment is safe. During rehab, in my moments of weakness and vulnerability, the therapist's strength supported me and prevented me from further injury. When I'm at home, the same thing. My family tried to prevent me. Like sometimes my kids were like my parent. Mommy, are you sure you want to do that? No, mommy, don't go here. Don't step here. No, mommy, don't do that. And so the people around us, they tried to be a source of strength for me. One of the terms I heard a lot during my recovery when I was afraid of falling is, I got you. I got you. And I show a picture right there. You'll see it when I was in rehab, and all the gadgets that they put on me. It was to prevent me from falling. Right there, you could see, I think I was hanging from the ceiling from something that was connected to. There's a walker, there is a splint in my shoe, there's the gait belt that I have on, all that kind of thing is to keep me safe and prevent me from falling. Now they're trying to integrate you into regular society within your injury, but they're also trying for you to be safe. And they're worried about you and they don't want you to fall because of those different reasons. So your chances of falling are slim unless you don't follow the instructions. So I didn't fall, but other survivors fall because of different reasons. One being not following the instructions given. In my rehab, there was even a class. Yeah, there was a fall prevention class where they went over different things at home that may be fall hazards for you. So you had to have a clear pathway, no clutter, no things like rugs. Some of the rugs that are unsecure, don't put those on the floor. You can trip on them. A wet floor, clutter, wearing non-slip socks help, especially if your home floor is slippery. Sitting in the tub instead of standing. By the way, hotels really don't provide those non-slip shower, rubber shower things anymore. But if you ask, they'll give it to you. I found that out. But there was an entire class on that. Then they teach you how to transfer from one place to another safely and to make sure that your wheelchair is locked. And then they taught me something that's called energy conservation. I know. So you have to bulk all your activities in one stint so that you're not working around the clock, because you have to restore your energy to last throughout the day. So I had to learn how to do that. And because it helps you not to get tired. And then if you get too tired, you can fall. So again, they're really good at that. But question for you, does your world sometimes feel like you're falling, not necessarily on the floor, but your world is just going haphazard? You're falling apart and you're failing in general in life? Sometimes we go ahead and try to solve it and solve those issues ourselves and don't take the precautions. But be encouraged today. But he said to me, my grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. So when I was weak and I was falling, with mad reflexes caught me, so did my family at home when I was trying to do the things that I should not. So I want to encourage you today that God's strength is sufficient for you when you feel like you're falling mentally, spiritually. He's there. He's got you. The same term that the people use for me, I got you, God's got you. And so if you're feeling overwhelmed today, just know that. 2 Corinthians 12 verse 9 says, God is saying to us, I've got you, right? My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. He's saying, I got you. So you're feeling overwhelmed physically, emotionally, mentally, financially, in any other way, you can acknowledge your weakness and surrender them to God because He's got you. Be inspired, be encouraged today. Bye now.